Welcome to the Fit 40 podcast, where we take all the confusing, conflicting fitness and nutrition information and break it down so that you can live your healthiest, strongest, most energized life. I'm your host, Brian Fitzsimmons. Let's get it started. Today's topic, how to find your motivation. When it comes to motivation, this is one of those things that just everybody seems to struggle with, is not feeling motivated, not feeling that urge to want to do what they know that they should be doing. And we're just going to start it off with some hard, honest truth. Motivation is bullshit. It really is. I mean, it is a thing. Like, it is a thing that gets us going and gets us moving to start, but it fades very, very fast. The second something gets hard, motivation's gone. When you're motivated one day, you might not be motivated the next. Just it comes and goes. It's like a breeze of wind. And because of that, we can't rely on it. If we want lasting change, motivation should be the last thing on your list that is required for you to get going. Now, the reason that a lot of people struggle with this is because they're stuck in that cycle of waiting. They're like, when the time's right, when the stars align, when Mercury is in retrograde, I will get started. And that's also a bad line of thinking, because it just puts it off. It prolongs it. It creates procrastination. And then we get stuck in the cycle of, oh, I just can't seem to get going. And you're kind of like paralyzed at this point. So what we want to do is break that cycle. Okay. The two things that are going to get you out of that cycle and bust it is going to be action. And from that action, giving yourself proof that you are now motivated. Now, what I mean by that is, when you get going, when you actually take those first steps towards doing something simple and something productive, which we're going to go over in a little bit, because I got a short list of things that really can help you get going. When you get started with those specific habits, and you build up these repetitions of doing it over and over and over again, you're proving to yourself every single day that you are capable of improving your health, that you are capable of sticking to a plan, that you are capable of doing what is required to get the results that you want. You don't get that from sitting on the couch hoping that you see the right thing come across Instagram or Facebook with the right motivational quote. That doesn't get you off your butt. Having simple, actionable steps to get you going and get you off on the right foot, that's what starts all of the snowball effect. So let's take something simple, like going for a walk, just 5-10 minutes in the morning, just to get you out in the sunlight, feeling it on your face, like trying to get a little bit of cardio in there and just wake you up. Because honestly, one of the best things to wake you up, not caffeine, it's not ice baths, it's literally just getting outside. But let's say you do that for like a few days. Few days turns into a week turns into a month. And then all of a sudden, you're now that person that walks 5-10 minutes every single morning. And you're like, wow, if I could do that, let's add another one on. So now you're not only the person that does the 5 to 10 minute walk in the morning, you're now the person that starts their day with a glass of water. And then because you start your day with a glass of water, you are thirstier and you drink more throughout the day. And because you're hydrated, because you're getting this walk in, you're more energized. Now, maybe you're so energized that you're like, I want to put this energy to use. So I want to start working out. So now you're the person who does the morning walks, gets their water in, and exercises, and is on their way to becoming healthier and fitter. And now you have that proof in your head, because we can't lie to ourselves. As much as we really try to, we cannot tell ourselves, like, we can't do the fake it till you make it. I don't believe in that one bit. Like, you know, in your mind, am I doing what's necessary or am I not? And then by doing these habits over and over again, you're proving to yourself, yes, I am this fit person. Yes, I am this healthy person. I don't need to buy a new piece of fitness equipment. I don't need to buy some new gym outfit just to get me motivated to do one workout or to like hopefully start. You know, in your gut, now you know that, like, okay, I have what it takes. And that is what is really the goal with all of this, is to get motivation out of the equation. Okay, what does it take to get you moving? Now, my favorites when it comes to like getting the ball rolling and just trying to master the art of showing up are three pretty simple ones. That 5 to 10 minute walk, sleeping 30 minutes earlier, and getting one nutritious meal in throughout the day. And we'll add in the starting your day off with a glass of water too, because these things are usually, for most people, very easy to do. Okay. Not easy to follow through on, but easy to do if you carve some time out in your day to really focus in on it. So let's take that 5 to 10 minute walk, for example. Everybody has 5 to 10 minutes. I do not care who has like the world's craziest schedule. There are people running multi-million-dollar companies that have time to get a workout in 2 to 4 times a week. There is 5 to 10 minutes in your day. You just got to find it or make it. Okay. Break out that calendar. It's there somewhere. Whether that be first thing in the morning, you could do it at lunchtime. You could do it when your kids are doing their sports, like their practices, walk around the field. Trying to think of some other examples of people that pulled it off. The lunchtime walks are a great one. I just love pairing walks with meals, because when you eat and then you walk immediately after that, it actually helps improve digestion a little bit, just because gravity's pushing it down for you. Instead of laying down or like sitting in your chair, it'll help move things along a little bit faster. And then next is sleep 30 minutes earlier. Now, this is a hot topic because sleep is one of those things that people just don't get enough of. And based on how life is, sometimes it's impossible to get enough sleep. That 7 to 9 hours is just like not realistic, especially for parents. And I get it. And we've definitely like gone back and forth, me and the clients, like with figuring out strategies that work. And one of them is just not going for that extra episode at night. Now, if you're watching, like, I don't know, whatever the most popular show is that you and your spouse are watching right now, and you're looking at each other like, one more, that's when you step in and say, no, we got to get to bed. Even if you want to like watch it in bed so you can nod off halfway through, that's okay. I mean, we're not going for perfection here. We're just going for better. Now, ideally, would it be nice to not watch it at all while you're in bed? Yes. But if we get you from the couch to the bed, maybe you brush your teeth and get ready before you watch the episode, now you're in a rhythm, which is dialing you down, getting you ready for sleep. Even though you're ready to watch that episode, your body is now in that routine of I'm ready for bed. And the chances of you knocking out a little sooner are looking better. What else? And then one nutritious meal. Now, when it comes to the meals, this is also another one that's time consuming for some people. And it doesn't have to be some elaborate thing that you see on Instagram. It doesn't have to be like some crazy meal prep that you saw some 20-year-old do in their dorm and they're convinced everybody else can do it. No, this can be as simple as, like, let's say your office orders lunch every day. If you have access to that menu, just take a look at the menu and say, okay, which of these options has a lean protein and a vegetable in it? And even if it has extra stuff in it, just a lean protein and a vegetable can go a long way in filling you up and making you feel a lot better than getting the greasiest thing on that menu. Or let's say that you are close to something like, say, a Chipotle or one of those places like Qdoba, Panda Express. Like, you can pick out chicken and rice pretty much anywhere and then throw on some salsa or some lettuce or any sort of vegetable, like make it colorful. That is enough to get you a really nutritious, high quality lunch compared to getting some greasy burger or like something with fries and calling it a day. There are simple things that we can do to get us going in the right direction. Because like for that nutritious meal, for example, you get that one meal in and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I'm kind of on a roll. I don't want to mess up what I'm doing here. So then without even thinking about it, you're like, all right, dinner, let's make it healthy. I want to keep this going. And then you had dinner, you had lunch healthy, and then you wake up feeling way less bloated, more energized. And you're like, okay, well, for breakfast, maybe I'll pick something that's not a muffin or not cereal that is just straight sugar or just not like lacking a lot of protein. And now you're going for that protein shake, or you're going for some sort of fruit bowl, and you want to just keep that energized, good feeling going. That gets the ball rolling. That is what creates the results. That's what keeps the lasting results and keeps the weight off for good. So little stuff adds up. Just remember that. It doesn't need to be this grand gesture where it's because I'm now motivated, I'm going to do 7 workouts a week. I'm going to eat paleo and nothing else. It's just these little tweaks along the way that add up and make a world of difference. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode and you're a new listener, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss another episode. And if you're a returning listener, I would love your feedback. If you could take 2 seconds to just leave a quick review on iTunes or Spotify and rate the show, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you in advance and have a great rest of your week.